Hello guys, we're all waiting for 023 to come out, and maybe when I finish editing the video it will already be out. But before that I want to make a little preview video of the FLEXracks that I was developing for a very long time. I mean not actively for a very long time. So I will just make a little preview and talk a little bit about what the mod is about, what the scope is. So basically we can start with, there is plenty of parts here that I've already made, but they're all pretty generic and don't have real functionality, just for previews, for measurements. I can just take this rack, it's a monopropellant rack. It's basically a cylindrified monopropellant tank inside a rack. The good thing is that about the racks is that if you look on the sides, if you look at the construction, it's basically just a frame, a perforated frame, where everything is screwed. You don't see the screws here, but in the future texture there's going to be screws. So as you can see, these side panels are also screwed on the perforated steel is beneath them and is going all around. And the good thing is that on the back side and on these panels, you also have these kind of holes in the panels, so that you can attach two different racks next to each other or to the back. So beside this monopropellant tank, there is, as you have already seen, there are three different kinds of containers that I'm going to make, that I'm currently making actually. And one of them is mix drawer, which is basically a small plate that you can attach to the perforated steel frame of the FLEXrack. And for that you have this FLEXrack, which is basically just a frame. So on this frame you can attach mix drawers as small experiments like this, and they attach pretty good. So you can either copy them or place more, and that's really cool about them, is that you can place many different drawers in a single FLEXrack. If you need more experiments, you can even copy the whole rack and just place it next to. I don't have the cargo holds built yet. Well, what you have seen a long time ago, that's a really long time ago built. So how I developed the new dimensions of the FLEXrack is that you can actually put them around the girders really good. So if you go here, you can take, for example, this one and put the FLEXrack on it. If we take for quadrisymmetry, you can place it and you can see that it's placed really precisely. So what's really cool about this is that you can actually replace these. You can carry these around in EVA. So I will show it now. Oh yeah, that's a nice bug. What is going on? Okay. Let's go back to the Space Center. Ah, huh, great. So let me just do this again. I'll just make something really quickly. What is mixed stowage? Utility, let's put whatever. This. Well, we can put this one. Oh, we can copy this one. Okay, let's just copy 2 of these and we can go. Okay, welcome to the launchpad. Let's try this out. As you can see, these parts are powered by Kerbal attachment system. So you can basically grab them and carry them around. And the great thing is that when you drop them, you can actually replace them. For example, I take this one, I put them here, and the great thing is that Cospi implemented a plugin that lets you put more where there are more slots inside a single rack, so that you can practically yeah. And what's really good about it is that when you store, you're actually storing into the closest slot, and not, there's not like 6 slots you can choose from, but you can actually, for example, like this. If I move to this side and click store, I'll put it here. If I grab it and put it from this side, it will be stored here. So to the closest bay, and this is really cool. And this is very useful for cargo bays, because if you have really big cargo bays and you put, you come with the whole rack and put it on the other side, put it in the cargo bay, and it just appears on the other side. So that's a really nice functionality. So yeah, you can also, of course, take the racks, and this is what is really cool about it. So we take out everything, and now we can take the rack. Oh yeah, it's not positioned correctly, but that's okay. I will correct that later. You can press H to put it anywhere you want. Yeah, you can't place it on the floor, but we can place it, I don't know, for example, here. Oops. Oh yeah, you can place it like this. Yeah, why not? We can just place it like here. Okay. And now we can take the experiments and put them inside. Oops. Yeah. Something that Kerbal attachment system doesn't do is that when you take a rack, if there is something inside the rack and you take, wait, store, and if you take the rack, it will be a sort of like tablecloth effect. You see, you just take the rack and everything falls out. And this is pretty funny when you have a lot of stuff. For example, you take this one, you grab, and they just stay and fall. You're in the physics, doing the physics. Um, but it's even more fun in. I don't know if it's really a feature that should be removed or improved, because I think it's pretty fun, even in space.